Now then, Atticus, we are live with our first band, or part of the band, Frank and the Beats. How the hell are you, boys?
Very good, mate, yeah. Very happy to be here, aren't we? We've been looking forward to this, John, so, yeah.
Yeah, nice travel up here as well, so it's been tidy.
Got to say, lovely room as well. We were just saying before, weren't we?
We've done
so we put a lot of effort into this, and it's great, love it.
The story behind the room, we first came over here, didn't we? And we were like, nah, it's not big enough. Yeah. And then we had a look around at some of the prices of other rooms. And this one became big enough. Yeah, there's a lovely chap that actually did the mural on the wall there, and he did an absolutely excellent job.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
And he I think he was smoking a bit of weed while he was doing it, and then he did that one afterwards. So
went a bit out of
I think he just had a bit too much smoke by the time he got into that one.
Yeah, well, the colour resemblance is there, you know, there's dark green there, light green there. But the right state of mind for it, you could say, you know.
He did an excellent job of that. Excellent. Can't recommend him enough. So, so where have you come from today, lads?
Manchester.
The next generation of Manchester bands, who, in my opinion, is the greatest place in the country for them to come from.
I would agree.
Ooh,
I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
All the best bands come from up north, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is hard to think of another place, another city where you've had such an endless amount of great music, and it's not even just in the same boat as well. You've had many good things come from Manchester, even in recent years, which is not Britpop or the Manchester thing. It's just, it's endless, I think. There's something about the place. You know?
There's a really good fact as well. Like, Manchester has more rock stars per capita than any city in the entire world.
Is that true?
Yeah. For the population, because the population, like, a city centre is like, what, 300,000 or something?
Yeah, it's just a great city as well. Like, it's my favourite northern town.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Better than Leeds. I'm going to upset some people, but
upset the followers.
That's usually like me. City centre's better than Leeds, better than Sheffield, better than Huddersfield.
Better than football.
Well, pretty much.
Best football teams.
Yeah.
Are you lads into football?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Are we Blues or Reds?
I'm a United fan.
United.
I'm a Nottingham Forest fan.
Saturday just gone, wasn't it?
Good
Decent
team.
game.
Yeah.
I thought we would try and get that fourth win in a row, but Forest second half there.
Yeah, I'll take a point at that point, you know. Yeah. Like we were saying the other day, as the Dyches come in, it's like, it's doing all right.
Did you watch it together?
No. We didn't know. You were a little bit ill over the weekend. I was out getting trolleyed, wasn't I? You know, as usual.
Yeah. Usually I'm forgetting because I've had too much to drink, but I was just deluded with or delusional because I was like so ill.
Have you not been well now?
Yeah, but I'm all right now.
Yeah. Just inside for the podcast, so that's the main thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Have you had a man cold?
Some man flu. Like that,
yeah.
Which part of Manchester are you actually from then, John? Let's start with you.
So I'm from like Tameside way. So I live in Hyde. Where Ricky Atton's from.
All right, yeah.
So
Quite
a lot there.
What about yourself, Frank?
So I was born in Nottingham, but I've lived in Levenshulme in Manchester for a number of years now. So I could say I'm an adopted Mancunian.
Right.
Not a Mancunian.
Honorary Manc, yeah.
An honorary Manc, yeah. Exactly,
What took you to Manchester?
The music scene. To be fair, yeah. I mean, I lived in Bristol before that, and the scene there is very. I mean, you just look at the big acts that come from Bristol. There's like a Massive Attack and Portishead. It's all, but it's drum and bass and jungle that dominates there. There's not much of a guitar scene. I mean, it was very punk, but sort of the very heavy side of punk and a lot of metal. And Manchester's just a place for my kind of music that I was writing at the time. You know, so yeah, that's why I made the move up here anyway. And what was it, a year ago? I think I met you. Before we got the band going. And
that leads to my next question. How did you all get together? How's the band formed?
So I put an advert out on the Manchester Musicians page on Facebook. You know, I was playing a lot of the material on my own for a long time, and it kind of came to the point where I thought, I need to start a band if I want to start playing the bigger venues, you know, the ones that are on the list.
Yeah.
And just put the feelers out, record a load of demos and put them on SoundCloud, put them on Facebook. So John and Nate, our drummer, replied to that. And then, we met Dan in quite an unorthodox way.
Yeah, it was smart, that.
We had an original bassist, but he left the band maybe a few weeks before our first gig was due. But I think less than 24 hours after he left, we'd gone for a pint in Stockport and stumbled across a jam night. And our bassist Dan was playing. So we asked him there and then if he wanted to join our band, and he did. So efficient turnaround, that, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, you know? It just... You know, without sounding a bit of a cliche, but it just seems like things were like really lined up for us. Because, like, for me, I was in another band at the time. Worked with this artist who's from like Darwin way, like Lancashire way. Used to do stuff with him like 10 years ago. And we did pretty well with that band. Like we were even doing this tour at one point where we were supporting Sunshine Underground, and we had this gig and it was mental because like Catfish and the Bottlemen were underneath us.
Bloody hell.
And it was like they played and then we were following them, and like me and him were just like, nah, we're not at this level, are we? Do you know what I mean? It was just one of them where it's like, But yes, like a few years down the line, he's pops up. I'm in a band and I'm working with this guy, but it's a bit like, it can get toxic sometimes in the music thing, innit? So I was just thinking, I want to reach out, this, that, and the other. And it was weird because I've spoken to Nate about it previously. But on his adverts that he put out, me and Nate were both, like Nate the drummer, we were both pulled in by this one song. And we were like, that really good piece of music. Applied, reached out, and it's all like...
Which song was it? Which song drew you in?
So that's one that we don't have...
on Spotify.
We don't have that. It's called Making a Difference. Now, it's one of them, and it's like...
it's quite a unique song, isn't it?
I want to get it out there, but it's a very songwriting song. I think it's all the bells and whistles that's put together and like the way it's composed and stuff. It's just like, yeah, that's banging that. It's great live. Just
a great song.
Yeah,
Is it in your set then? Is it in your live set?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when we play... I mean, we will take it out for certain gigs where we think we've got to do, you know, a quick, quite aggressive, sweaty punk set type thing, you know. But if we've got a longer set, we're definitely putting it in. Yeah, it's a unique... I think what really caught Nate about it is the strange rhythm on the drums, wasn't it? Someone's got a brief section where it's got like 5/4. They didn't even realise that was the case. And yeah, it's bizarre, really. But
and do you write all the songs, Frank?
Yeah, I mean, I'll bring the material to the lads. I'll often, you know, write something on my guitar. I'll make a demo on Logic, and then take it to the band. You know, it'll be more of a guide track than anything. You know, I'm not expecting them to do it exactly as it is because they'll do a better job of their parts than me. You know. It'd just be like, right, the riff is something like this, the bass is something like this, the drums are something like this, and they'll pick it up and just, you know...
take it from there, yeah?
Exactly that. Although there is one song which I would argue is our best song, Lullaby, and that's one it's quite a unique one that I played at Acoustic to you lads, and then...
Yeah, that was weird.
Straight away, like you and Nate, and on our original basis, Ben knew exactly what they were doing, and you put your own parts on it, and we were sort of recorded it on the phone. I was thinking, fucking hell, this is brilliant. Like, you know.
I remember seeing his face. He was like,
shit, how did that happen?
Once we finished the session, I was like, was that all right? And he was like, that was mint.
Yeah, it's mad how it works, don't you think? Like, I mean, sometimes songs just fall out of the sky for me. They just literally fall out of the sky. And we've got another one on the go at the minute. What have I called it? Oh, How the Mighty Fall. Okay. And we just can't get it right, and we're just like trudging through treacle with it. So I've just gone back burner. Leave it for a bit.
You've got to sometimes. I mean, that one as well, Lullaby, weirdly. I remember at the time when I was writing it, it was originally called Volatile, and I thought it's not a very nice song title. But I knew there was something in it. And it must have been like 9 months later. My sister was in labour giving birth to my niece. And I remember I was just kind of a little bit on edge. So I was like, right, I'm going to have a few drinks or whatever just to chill out, see what happens. I thought, what could I do? I was like, let's try work on that song. And that's it. Just came out. You say about falling from the sky. You've just got to sometimes be patient and just wait for it to happen, you know. It's often like, Noel Gallagher said it, it's a very good metaphor for it. It's like going fishing, you know. It's like sometimes you don't catch anything, but there'll be times where, geez, I've caught a big fish there, you know. And that's how you got to play it, you know. You got to...
Do you ever choose a subject and then write a song around that subject, or how do you do it, Frank? How does it work in your...
I think sometimes that happens, you know. I mean, there's a song I wrote recently called Mr. Rainy Day Man, which is about being a bit of a mardy ass when you're hungover. And it's just the title, Mr. Rainy Day Man. I thought, I know what that's about already, you know. So sometimes that can happen, but there's a lot of the time where you just kind of pick up the guitar and whatever comes out and sounds good. Sounds good, you know. And you don't really know what they mean. I mean, Shoot the Cameras is a little bit like that. You know, you're saying you like that one of ours.
Yeah,
and
we've been spinning that a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really, really catchy tune.
Really catchy.
Yeah.
Like I said to you straight away, didn't I? Levelers.
Yeah.
It's got real vibes. The backing on your tracks is great as well, I've noticed. Where are you recording this stuff?
So we do it at South City Studios in Stockport at the minute.
Right.
So, it's great. We've had great experiences recording with George, the engineer there. We'll give him a shout out because he's very good at what he does, George.
Lad, yeah.
And
the backing's great on there.
Yeah, nice.
Because obviously I'm tuned into all that sort of stuff. I'm just sat there listening to it. Are you super critical of your work? Because I like when I've been in and spent days doing a song, I can't listen to it. But then I'll find sometimes it takes me like 18 months. I can actually sit back and enjoy it and listen to it. But when you've heard it over and over and over and over again, you can't get any sort of like judgment on it because it's just too much.
I think that's kind of like my job, that isn't it? Like everyone else in the band is like proper chilled and relaxed and like, yeah, that's great. Everyone loves it, and I'm like, oh, but this and that and the other. But sometimes it pays off.
It does. Sometimes
it pays off.
You need that. You need that element because you can go into being a bit passive there, can't you?
Yeah,
you know? But you definitely do need that. Oh, we should be thinking about this. Sometimes like, no, John, we don't. But then sometimes like, oh shit, yeah, you got a point there. Actually, let's pay attention.
Yeah,
to this.
mine's more from like the technical standpoint of how things are getting recorded. So I think when we did "Life Will Be the Death of Me" and we recorded that, we were listening to it back, and I'm just like, my ears hearing something here. I was like, this isn't right, this.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm hearing this frequency, like really high pitch, like F sharp note that was just popping out. And it was like, I was saying, guys, no, this is horrible. We need to send it back. We need to get that. And they were like, what are you on about? And I just had to like play my guitar and say, you heard that now? And basically his capo on his guitar was slightly tilted. So it just meant there was this like resonant frequency which was popping out. But looking back at it now, even though at the time I really couldn't stand it, now it's got this sort of like rhythmic feel to it. Do you know, like Iggy and the Stooges or Queens of the Stone Age, where they have that internal pedal on like the piano where it's like da, 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 da. So now it's like become a little bit of a staple of that capo in his guitar, which has a unique sound, and then it's just firing out these frequencies.
But that touches on what you were saying as well there, because I was going to John's like, I can't hear what you're talking about here. But then I thought, right, I'm going to put the song down for a week or two or whatever. And then as soon as I listened to it again, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I could hear that clear as day. I could not hear it at the time. But I was getting, a bit of ear fatigue from listening to it, you know. It can be like that.
We used to have a keyboard player who's in the band. You remember Joe? Yeah. Joe's in the band about 7 years. He actually got poached by Joanne Shaw Taylor. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's like, you know that whole blues rock scene that sort of like 50-plus gentlemen go to? I mean that in a kind way, but there's a massive blues rock scene like Walter Trout and all these kind of... It's a different scene anyway, but... she's part of that. She's quite an attractive lass. I think it was the Eurythmics guy, Dave Stewart, that discovered her.
Right.
And the keyboard player in my band got poached. So I've never been like as happy but as jealous at the same time. You know, like going from the pub circuit that we were on to all of a sudden he rang me one night. He says, oh, I'm just in the, you know, like the arena in Rome. I can't think of the bloody name of it. Anyway, he's doing me a video call, and I'm just, oh man, I'm so pleased for you, you fucking wanker.
Sounds like Dan, that.
Yeah, so I was really happy for him, but really jealous at the same time. But him and we got his dad in the studio to do the trumpet on Frenzy, which is like a really popular song of ours, and they're talking to each other like this in the studio. No, you want to do a bit more. Ba, 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 ba. No, I don't want it like that. I want it a bit more. It went on for about 20 minutes. we all just
talking in jazz scat.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Wow. I'll never forget it. Good do. But yeah, it's interesting. The writing process it is interesting. I've obviously come from like an indie rock background, not too dissimilar to where you guys are. We were always too heavy for the rock scene and too rock for the indie scene.
Yeah, so what is your target audience, boys? Do you have an audience in particular?
It's a good point, that. I don't think we've quite figured that out yet, really, have we?
The football casual scene, the heavier scene.
I think
do you like getting pissed.
I think there are a lot of
partying.
Good vibe.
I do think the sort of terrorist heads are like our stuff, don't they? You know, like we said that before. Is like
if you can capture that terrorist audience.
There's a few football clubs like local that we've applied to and stuff.
Yeah,
we want to get a bit of a run together with the local clubs, but it's a weird one because Frank had all these, like he had a back catalogue of all these songs. And without blowing smoke up his ass, he's a decent songwriter, and some of it has changed a little bit. Like we've got this one song, and like basically he records everything that we do in the sessions. Yeah. So what the original sound was is starting to like stretch out a little bit and to be something different. Like he wrote this one song and he just sent it me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've recorded you just messing around in the studio," and I was like, "So I've written a song that I think you'd play," and he played it, and I was like, what are you doing, Em? And that's like me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think the longer we played together is like, I started to think, all right, what would John, Dan and Nate do on this?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And how long have you been together now?
We had our first gig in January. So we've not even been gigging a year, but I think I met you about a year ago, wasn't it? Nate, just under a year ago. down at the end of December. So yeah, first gig was the 6th of January, if I remember correctly, at the Eagle Inn.
Not so long, not even a year then.
No.
Brilliant.
Done some good gigs as well. Deaf Institute, I think I've seen on
Yeah,
headline.
that was
great fun.
Quite surreal, that, really, because we were talking about doing that place next year and supporting, weren't we? And then we had a really good gig at this place called Retro, which is a great venue, and it closed down. And we just kind of got offered a few gigs from that, and that was one of them. We thought, fucking hell, we got to do that, haven't we? You know, it's you can't turn your nose up at that, because that was a top venue as well, Deaf Institute. And there's been some big bands play there over the years. So you just think, wow, you know, within 9 months we're playing there.
That's great.
Must be doing all right. You know, it must really be all right.
Yeah, so it's like, I think when it comes to like our target audience, we're still trying to figure that out, because we do these shows and you get someone who's like mad into jazz that's like, really love that song. Or you get, you know, Terry said that's like, I could listen to that football and stuff. Like we even did this show where it was, I think it might be a second or third show. So we're still a bit green together playing live. And Frank's string broke in the second song.
It was the first. It was literally the first song, yeah.
Right, and like when, like, because me and Nate were always generally set up first, so we'll just have like a jam for like 30 seconds or sometimes 5 minutes, we'll play something. And I just looked at Nate, I'm like, what are we going to do? So we just started this drum beat and then we started this jam. And at the end of the night, it was a bit of a weird compliment. But like, but like this guy was like, best thing you did was that jam at the start. Yeah. And we're like, oh, so you didn't like our songs? No, they were all right.
That was it. What was he saying? It was what the sound engineer, John, is always saying. Is like, I just love how he went from doing these kind of indie sort of punk songs and then just did a fucking Led Zeppelin jam or something, you know.
Like Jimi Hendrix.
So how long do you reckon it took you guys to all weld together nicely?
Do you know what? Like, again, without sounding cliche, it just fell into place. And we're all from different backgrounds. All from different backgrounds.
Weirdly weirdly clicked really fast.
Yeah,
you know,
the majority of my history, I'd say, in originals bands would be like, you know, your post-punk sort of stuff, and then Nate's like a well-oiled, well-drilled.
Yeah,
like he's done a lot of stuff.
Do you do any covers? Do you do any covers at all? Like, because that usually gives me a bit of an idea of where you're aiming for.
Yeah, we've done. I mean, the best cover we've done is Debaser by Pixies. That really went off a treat when we played it at Retro. We've done a cover of Caravan of Love as well at someone's request.
House Martins?
Yeah.
Did you play instruments or did you do it a cappella as a 4-piece?
Played instruments, yeah.
You didn't expect me to ask that, did you?
What was it? We had like 3 weeks to learn it, as well as like 1 or 2 sessions a week or something. I'm like, we're not even going to be able to even think about that. But
I'm a massive Paul Eaton fan.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest lyricists of this country, and not underrated, because I wouldn't say he was underrated, but he doesn't get the accolade he deserves.
I think you're right as well. I mean, it's not just one. Well, it's like 3 ventures. There's solo stuff, House Martins, and The Beautiful South.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite impressive that I can only really think of Damon Albarn has had two big bands, Blur and Gorillaz. You know, it's one thing to do it with one, but when you can do it again and again with other ventures, it's amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
When you leave a band, it tends to go downhill, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not leave a band and go solo and get bigger.
Yeah.
Well, like Weller, the Jam, Style Council.
Great point, actually. Yeah.
And that Paul Eaton's like dead sound. Like, it was about 10 years ago. I was helping this randomers, but I was helping this Japanese 3-piece jazz band called Cycles, a Trio, and they were doing this tour around the Northwest, and we picked up the minibus and that. And the guy who's dropped off the minibus, he went, "Oh, by the way, in the back of the minibus, there's Paul Heaton's keyboard." And I was like, "What are you on about?" Literally Paul Heaton's keyboard, because he's just gone on this tour, used this minibus and just forgot it there. And we were like, "Can we use it?" And he was like, yeah, Paul said, use it and stuff. So we've got on this like weird mini tour, and it's like Paul Eaton's just like, if you want to use a keyboard.
Sound guy.
Yeah, he's just an absolute sound guy.
We had some Paul Eaton socks at one point, didn't we?
We did.
He gets about them, doesn't he?
He does.
He's just leaving his stuff all around.
He's leaving his shit everywhere. Eaton, clean your stuff up.
Pick up your keyboard, lad.
I've heard he's always knocking about Didsbury as well. It was like my mate Ryan would text me randomly. He's like, I just seen Paul Heaton at the railway. I'm like, bloody hell, why am I never there when he's knocking about?
Oh,
you know?
he's a massive pub man. In fact, I'm sure he's got his own pub in Hull or something like that, or Goole or somewhere.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm surprised me and you don't know about that, frequenting as many boozers as we do. I've just been on a bit of a 4-day bender, but I'm all right.
It's not like usually me.
I know.
Do you know that's another advantage of Manchester? You see the odd person bopping about like near us. Why why is his name gone out of my head? This is insulting to him. But you know, Simply Red's lead singer.
Oh, Mick Hucknall.
Mick Hucknall, yeah.
Hucknall.
Right, so he's got like family in Denton near me, and it's like every now and again you might just bump into him in this housing estate, and you're just like, what's he doing here?
I tell you,
like, right, mate, and he's like, right.
I'll tell you something, boys. I've got a couple of guilty pleasures, and I'm sorry, but Simply Red is one of them.
Yeah, got some great tunes.
In fact, if you do follow the Attic, you'll have seen me using Fairground the other day on something. Can't remember what it was. I love a bit of Fairground. He's got some great. His vocals it's just like silk. He's a bit like Lionel Richie. He's another one of my guilty pleasures.
He's a big United fan as well, isn't he?
Yeah, did you see him kicking off the other week?
Oh, Lionel Richie.
No, right. So I don't know what it is now, but you can check it online. It like spread about. It was either the other week or last month or something. And he's doing this show, and he absolutely loses it.
Right,
he starts shouting at this lad.
Let's do it. Let's utilise this while we're here then. So I'm going to type in.
What happened, John?
Hang on.
Mick Hucknall shouting at the crowd or something like that.
During the gig?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
He's basically just shouting. I can't hear myself think or something like that. Right. Something along those lines.
What is he telling someone to shut his mouth or something?
Yeah,
wow.
something like that.
Zip it. Bloody hell.
Here we go. It's hang on. It's in the sun. This. So
have you got it?
Let me just get these videos right. I need to get.
Well, you know they're not going to twist the story if it's in the sun either. You know?
It's got to be true. I need somebody to come and do all this stuff for me, like Joe Rogan.
You need a Jamie, yeah. It's like Jamie, pull that on. Let's go.
Yeah, it's here now.
Shocking moment. Simply Red's Mick Hucknall stops a show to berate a fan in the crowd, screaming, "I'm sick of it." Does it actually tell you what's wrong? You've got to be careful because we'll get the podcast slowed down for breaking copyright. Mick Hucknall can be heard shouting, "Shut it," whilst pointing at a person in the crowd. The singer, 65, then shouts, "Socking it, I'm sick of hearing it." He then addresses the rest of the audience to apologise for the outburst.
Go on, Mick. Come on, son.
You've got to watch it, lads. It's classic.
I can't concentrate because he's yelling so loud. How the hell is he yelling louder than the PA system?
Exactly. You've got like 10,000 people in watching. You're too loud.
You'd think he must have deserved it. He stopped the whole gig.
You know, Acoustic, the Who. Play Pinball Wizard, play Pinball Wizard.
Oh, have you seen?
I think I've seen that one.
Have you seen Daltrey?
Roger Daltrey.
Daltrey kicking off because some fans just shouting Pinball Wizard, and he's trying to do. I mean, I went to watch Daltrey the other week in the Peace Hall. I'm a massive Who fan.
Got some great tunes. The Who.
But he, I forgot what I was going to say. Now I've lost my train of thought. It was good. He was really good, but. Yeah,
they were doing an acoustic set when she kept saying "play Pinball Wizard."
Play Pinball Wizard. Oh, that was what I was going to say. He was trying to do bloody the Kinks, Waterloo Sunset, and I'm thinking, you're from one of the greatest rock bands of the '70s and like ever, and you're doing. But he must just be sick of singing his own songs. I tell you what, he did a cover of. Kinks are great, by the way. But I tell you what, he did a cover of, which was the cover wasn't phenomenal, but the song's phenomenal. Do you know "Boy in a Bubble" by Paul Simon?
No. I don't know that song, no.
I'll have to send it to you afterwards. It's phenomenal.
Paul Simon is amazing.
Well, it's Paul Simon basically, I'm going to say in the 80s,
right,
predicting within the lyrics all the sort of shit we've got now, like lasers in the jungle and just predicting futuristic stuff, but he hits it on the head with a couple of the things he does. He's not bothered, he's not into shit like that.
I like that sci-fi shit.
I just want it to sound good, Bly. So, yeah, but... So, tell us a little bit about your history then, Frank. You're a Nottingham boy. Now, depending on which part of the country you come from, that's the north of England. But then if you're from where we're from, you're a southerner. Yeah. So you're kind of a nowhere man.
The reality is, it's literally in the middle of both. We're the East Midlands, aren't we, I suppose?
East Midlands, near the airport.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, born in Nottingham. I didn't spend many years there. I grew up in Spain, and just outside of Alicante, and moved to Bristol after that. Come back to the UK. I mean, it was, Spain was a great place, but there wasn't many prospects there.
Did you spend your childhood in Spain?
Yeah.
Where were you born, Frank?
Born in Nottingham.
Born in Nottingham.
Moved there when I was 7, I think, and then moved back to the UK just before I turned 20.
So you did all your schooling in Spain?
Yeah. Went to a Spanish school and everything.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
Yeah, I mean... I've probably lost a little bit of edge on it, but yeah, I can speak Spanish.
Put me on the spot.
I don't know if fluent is the right term for it now.
El mundo pequeño.
Pequeño.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, here we go.
I was just saying some Ian Brown lyrics there, by the way. I had no idea what it means.
It means the small world.
I don't know.
There you go.
I was just doing it for effect. So why were you in... Are we allowed to ask why you're in Spain? Is that too much of a personal question?
No, I think my mum and dad just fancied something different, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot better weather. Yeah.
You got brothers and sisters, Frank?
Yeah, a couple of sisters. They're twins. One of my sisters still lives in Spain. She's got two kids, so a niece and a nephew born in Spain. My other sister lives down south. So, yeah, my mum still lives there as well in Spain. So, yeah, I think it was just a new start for them. And it was interesting growing up in Spain because, you know, it was strange. You were an immigrant, essentially. You know, you were a migrant and you had to adapt quickly. I remember just being 7 or 8 at school and one day just being able to talk Spanish. It was really bizarre. Obviously, your memory's not quite as clear as maybe it is, you know, during your later years in life. But
you pick it up quick as a kid, though, don't you?
Yeah, you're like a sponge, aren't you? Essentially.
Well, when you've got to survive day to day to actually just communicate and ask for the simple things, you know, a glass of milk or whatever you want as a kid, you've just got to get an handle on it, haven't you?
Yeah,
and that's the
pretty
end
much.
of it.
I mean, it was the same for my sisters as well. You know, they were saying at one point, yeah, just randomly was able to start talking Spanish. You know, but there was a lot of British kids there, a lot of Irish kids, all over the world. Really, it was a big. Yeah, there was a lot of nationalities there. It just seemed that a lot of people settled there. So it was always very multicultural. And obviously moving back to England, you could see how, you know, things are very different, but it's a similar thing. There's a lot of multiculturalism here as well.
What made you come back home?
I mean, it was a lack of prospects there, to be honest with you. And I always wanted to pursue music. I think that was something, and I realised if I was going to do it there, I'd just be doing covers in a band, you know. Which is, I mean, you can make a good living off there. That's what my dad did when I grew up. He was a singer and he just sang soul music. So I think that's how I got into music in the first place, because he was, you know, a music head as well. Loved Prince and Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, all the great soul artists. Yeah. So that's where it probably stemmed from. But for me, I knew I wanted to write songs, and I had to come back to the UK to pursue that, really, you know. So yeah, and I tried it in Bristol for a while, and then kind of COVID happened as well, and that put me back many years. Mm-hmm. I think one of the first big gigs I did in Bristol was I supported an Oasis tribute band at a venue called The Fleece. Right. And that's maybe like a 350 capacity. I think it was a sellout for 2 nights. So I kind of going from playing these open mics in these small pubs and stuff to...
You got a taste for it.
Yeah, and it was amazing. And then literally, I think the owner of The Fleece said, right, we'll get you supporting this band, Dub Pistols, who they, you know, done very well for themselves. It's very different to what we do, but they play in a boomtown every year and the sort of dub reggae, you know. All right. And then that fell through because COVID happened, and just for 3 years you didn't gig, you know. So during that time I started learning how to make beats. It's a lot of hip hop beats, and because that's another side of the music I like as well. And I thought, you know, I've never really had a chance to do this. I'll figure this out. And I think making different type of music and a lot of rap stuff and making beats, it made me better at crafting songs together, because I was able to make demos after that of my own stuff and maybe figure out how to play lead and bass where I hadn't really figured that out before, you know. So
is that when you start thinking about a band then?
I think so. When I started playing again when I came to Manchester, I was always in the back of my head, and I thought maybe the time is gone, I'll do the singer-songwriting thing. But it came to a point where I thought, no, I've got to do it because people are enjoying the songs, but I was never going to be able to play these venues we played this year on my own. I mean, maybe I'd have got a couple of them as a support act, but, you know, we've played some really cool venues. I mean, out the list of venues, I was thinking, right, I want to play there, and there. We've done a lot of them in Manchester already, you know.
Space of a year as well, it was like,
yeah,
we weren't expecting them.
Have you ventured down London yet? Have you done the Dublin Castle or anywhere like that yet?
No,
Not been down there yet.
It's sort of on our radar. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of London myself, because it's just absolutely mental, in it. Yeah. But it's got to be done. You know, eventually, point. I think
it's nice to kind of dip in and dip out of.
Yeah.
The Dublin Castle's quite a decent spot to play in Camden. I tell you who I supported down there. Have you seen that Elvana guy?
No. Yeah.
So
it's the Elvis Nirvana.
Yeah. So he basically he does Elvis, and I'm always a bit of an arrogant fucker when I was younger, like. So I'm thinking, how dare I be supporting some dude dressed as
doing covers?
Doing covers in the sort of style of Nirvana, dressed as Elvis. But then I thought, well, I want to play at Dublin Castle again, so we'll go do it. We ended up getting the Dublin Castle manager sacked that night, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Go on. That's not just a segue. Go
Yeah.
on.
So I shouldn't be telling the world this. So our old bass player was an absolute. He's a lovely guy, and I love him to this day. Tim, don't take this offensively, but he likes a beer. Properly likes a beer. A little bit too much. Right. Decided to fall asleep in the cleaning cupboard in the Dublin Castle after the gig, like literally in amongst the mops. The manager's job specifically is to make sure the building's empty for fire regs for insurance purposes. Didn't check the bloody cupboard. Tim's in there asleep.
Oh my God.
2 o'clock in the morning, rocks out of the cupboard in the Dublin Castle, sets all the alarms off. Manager was instantly dismissed.
Shit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Man.
So we haven't played there again since, funnily enough.
Right, we've got it. Right,
Oh, I thought they'd invite you back with open arms after that.
If we ever play there, just remind Dan. No falling
No falling asleep.
Because he's that guy.
So just to go back to the Elvana thing, yeah, so it was a good gig, actually. It was packed, but this Elvana guy was on the up.
Massive now, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
so I don't know if it was the same year or the year afterwards. This must have been pre-COVID, because I had a different bass player for 7 years after that. So yeah, this has got to be 2018, 2019. He's on fucking stage at Glastonbury.
Yeah. It's
And
a
I'm
festival staple now.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you absolute bastard. You know what I mean? I've like crafted 4 albums worth of songs,
Yeah.
and he just rocks up as bloody Nirvana. But anyway, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to that. I mean, it's strange because whenever I've listened to it or showed people, it's always been the whole kind of, this is a bit weird, isn't it? You know, it's not, wow, this is great. And no disrespect, but like, it's more,
It's
well,
just
this is
novelty.
quite rogue, you know, quite unique.
Well, it's one of them, innit? If you're in Manchester and he's on, and you're going in to have a look at.
Yeah,
it.
it's novelty. Fair play to him. He's found a niche and he's exploited it. And what else can we all ask for other than that?
It's very true. Yeah.
And John, what's your background? We've got Frank's.
Quite boring, to be fair.
Drug fueled.
Back in the day, maybe. No, I'm just like a first-born immigrant in Manchester. Like, my family's from Naples in Italy.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
So...
Can you speak Italian?
Well, this is the odd thing. I started to learn like the last few years. It's like the Italian that I thought I knew is some sort of weird non-existent dialect that doesn't even exist anymore. It's mental. So it's like, and I remember because I did Italian at GCSE as well, because I thought, I'll pass this easy. Did my first lesson and stuff, and the teacher's like, all right, say all this. And I said it all, and she was like, what? And I'm like, what are you on about? And she's like, you're not speaking Italian. I'm like, yeah, I am. And she's like, you're not.
Do you want me to go get my grandma?
Exactly, right. And she was like, where's your family from? I was like, Naples. She was like, oh God, here we go. So it's like this weird blend of like really old stuff that don't exist anymore, and then this like weird blend of Spanish as well. It's like a protected language as well and everything. So it's like in Italian, for example, you'd say like, if you want to say like I have, you say like io o, I have. But in Naples, you'll say like tenga, which is similar to like the Spanish.
Tango,
it's like a really weird dialect.
So it's almost like, I guess it's almost like us going to, a little bit different, but like going to Scotland and them saying, we swallow your ginger, which means can I have a drink of your pop?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's what it is though, isn't it? Yeah. So that's really interesting. So you're Italian then, so both your parents Italian?
No, me mum's half Welsh, half English. So
your father was Italian?
Yeah.
Was he a bloody good-looking fella? I bet your mum was made up when she met an Italian fella.
Yeah,
I've seen some photos of his dad pretty.
Is he still a stunning fella?
No, I lost him this year.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, it's all right. It's all right. But oh my God, it's mental because he used to be involved in all sorts of like bike gangs, and he was just dead cool and all this sorts of stuff. And I remember it was one of them like when you're young and stuff, and it's like, your dad's getting up to no good, so you're like, that's not cool, you know, bike's not cool, leather jacket's not cool, and all that.
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
And he's one of the coolest fuckers you know.
Yeah, like for his funeral, he had like 200 bikers turning up to his funeral, like escorting it and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, I won't get 5 people turning up to mine, do you know what I mean?
What sort of biker, are we allowed to say what sort of biker fraternity it was? Was it Hell's Angels? Was it Satan's Slaves?
They did their own thing, but his best mate was linked to the Hell's Angels and stuff like that, and they did get up to some no good stuff. But it's actually dead cool. It's like cooler than I'll ever be. Like someone's literally written a book about my dad and his best mate.
Wow.
And here's me just like trying to be in a band, trying to be cool. You know what I mean?
If I were you, John, I'd be saving up for a Harley. I have actually had a Harley.
alive.
Do you know what their rule was? No Harleys.
All right. So what did they ride?
All about the British bikes, the BSAs,
Triumphs.
the Triumphs and stuff like that. Yeah.
The Brough Superiors.
I still do love them, you know what I mean? Because they've got a proper engine, do you know what I mean?
That's
It's
cool,
loud,
yeah.
it miles away. But yeah, other than that, it sounds interesting. Oh yeah, he's got a cool second name. Oh, he's got Italian. But I'm basically just a Mancunian.
So what is your second name?
Ardolino.
Say that again, sorry.
Ardolino.
Ardolino. And is it spelled as it sounds? ARDOLINO.
It's
Got to clap you off with that.
That was impressive.
Like, literally, I've got my whole life customer service calls, and they're like, Mr. Ardolino. Yes. Yeah.
I feel like
you're just nailing it first time. Well,
that was impressive. Yeah.
I feel like your mum and dad needed to give you a cooler first name to go with it, though.
Do you know what? That is a funny story, to be fair. So it was like, I'm meant to be called Giovanni, but
Giovanni Ardolino.
So it was like, what was it now? It's like, I think the story was, my mum was like, I want this really expensive, what they call push chairs, like what they call prams. That's the one. Yeah, push chairs. Fucking hell. Right. So she was like, right. If I'll call if you get us that pram, I'll call him this. And then she was like, basically like, yeah, he got the pram. Then she's like, now I'll call him John. But that's Johnny's Giovanni in Italian, so they made that sort of.
It's mad, isn't it, that started Italian, yeah.
Do you know what I'd be doing? In honour of your dad, I'd be getting Deed Paul involved and I'd be going back to Giovanni.
Do you know what?
I think you guys would make it straight away with a guitarist with a name like that.
Do you know what,
Sergio Pizzonio.
Right. But this is it. Like one of my favourite guitarists is John Frusciante of the Chili Peppers.
Yes.
So it's John, Italian second name. So it's like, I'm all right, I'll stick with this. You know?
Oh, yeah. Never actually.
It's a good sign.
Never realised that,
yeah.
And how did you get into music, John? Did you pick the guitar up early, or?
What was it now? Again, I'm not that interesting. I'm just a Mancunian who was like, a guitar might make me cooler than I am now. So I'll pick up a guitar, started playing
for
music.
The girls,
I beg to differ with a name like that, mate. I think you're cool as fuck.
Well,
yeah,
what are you doing afterwards?
Well, yeah, I think it's that cliche where it's like, I think, is it Slash who said it? And he's like, what would you be if you weren't a guitarist? He's like, a virgin. And it's like, yeah, basically the same. But yeah, it was just got into the music scene and really wanted to do music. Worked in a factory, saved up to like get to college and that. Did music, did like 1 year at university doing music, and then I was like, I'm paying like $6,000 to do something I could just learn out and about. So then I just dropped out, did a bit of music in some successful bands within a way. But yeah, and I'm just, it's like with Mancunians, you're either going to go one or two ways in it. You're either going to be like, well, Manchester's got everything I need, so I'm not going to go. Or you're going to be like, nah, weather's shit here, so I'm going to have to go other side of the world. But yeah, I just stuck about.
Good.
There's a bit of a theme in my life with Italian guitarists, you know. So, obviously I know you now. I'd like to call you a friend, although I've only known you about half an hour.
Right.
There's Sergio.
You got me 2 beers, so that's friendship.
There you go. There's a third one there if you want to really cement the friendship. Then there's Serge from Kasabian. Is he actually Italian?
I think he's
one of his parents are, yeah.
I mean, with a name like that, it's got to be sure.
You know, you just hear the band name Kasabian, and then you hear the guitarist's name, and you just think, what am I fucking bothering with here? When you know, it's cool before you've even heard a note, innit? Yeah. And then we went to America. In fact, I've been 3 times with the band to America. Sound like a right twat saying it, but I have. And we got really friendly. Shout out to John. He's called John as well, actually, or Giovanni. And he's in a band called Cooked Out. I don't know if you want to check him out. Right. Check out, massive shout out to Cooked Out in America. We did a bit of a tour with them. And his dad, his surname is Fiore, Fiore, John Fiore. And his dad is also, I believe, John Fiore. And he is pretty much on every episode of... He's not one of the main characters. What was the first big Italian gangster box set that everyone used to watch? Oh God, why can't I think of this?
A TV show on movies.
Sopranos. So his dad's he's one of the actors in The Sopranos. He's one of the gangsters. So it's proper cool.
That's pretty bent.
And John, actually, I'm not just saying, he's one of the best guitarists I've ever seen play. He's unbelievable. So yeah, so that's 3 top Italian guitarists I know now. I'm collecting them.
Trend there, isn't there?
Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah. So have a check out anyway. Cooked Out.
Yeah, I've just written them down. Yeah.
It's I think they call themselves surf rock, which is
surf rock.
Surf
Like
rock.
surf rock.
Yeah.
So what would define surf rock? I would think of like the early Beach Boys and surf rock.
There's that
But
song.
I could be wrong.
There's that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that kind of stuff.
Very like trebly reverb Fender guitar sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Here Comes Your Man by Pixies.
Not a lot of singing in a lot of it, you know what I mean? I think Dick Dale Mizzaloo's a surf rock beat as well. Do you know?
Yeah. Is Dick Dale the guy that did that?
Ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding ding ding.
Yeah. He died a couple of years ago, didn't he? He had a black,
yeah.
like a long black hair in a ponytail.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
sick. He was sick.
That brings me on to my next question. Influencers, who are your influencers bands-wise?
Ooh. Well, I think we've probably got different individual ones, but like, I suppose for me, where it all started is I really got into Oasis when I was younger. Like, I was very into Noel Gallagher's songwriting element. I remember thinking, wow, so he's not the main guy, but he's written all of these really cool songs. So I want to do that. So then it kind of, then you start looking at their influences. You go through all the great bands like the Beatles, Stones, etc. But I think where my writing's at now and what we bring to the band, say Bob Dylan is probably the top. Got bands like the Lars. I mean, the first Lars album, well, the only Lars album is still timeless to me. Like, it's one of my favourites. Great songwriting, great singing. I tried to channel a lot of that in. But it'd be a lot of bands like The Fall is one that I've really got into in recent years, and just trying to capture that little bit of eeriness in there as well. The songs, I'll say our music's quite fun, but it does have a little bit of eeriness with the lyrical content and stuff. Yeah, and it's very much an observation of the world around, which seems to be getting more and more lost as time goes by.
So what you're writing about is what's going on around you at the time.
I would say so, yeah.
He's a sponge.
Without even realising it, it's just that, for me, that's the easiest, the most honest way to write, I think. It's kind of almost kind of consuming what's going on around you and then talking about it from a bird's eye view in a way, not necessarily how I feel about it, but from a storytelling element, I think
so
that's...
what's Shoot the Camera all about then?
It's a good point, that one.
Underline or something.
Well, it started off right. It started off as a joke, and I was just trying to write something quite melodic. And it was originally called Dos Chupacabras. A chupacabra is like an old folklore thing in Mexico.
It's a creature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like almost a devil-inspired creature.
Yeah, like a bit like a Tasmanian devil type thing. And there was this old tale that it would go around eating goats, I think, in farms. Because there was just these...
Is it goat sucker or sheep sucker or something?
I think it's goat. I think cabra means goat.
Do you know what,
I could be wrong.
Sounds all right, then.
I love the story of the chupacabra because everyone thinks it's like this really long-term legendary thing. But I think it was like in the 90s or something in Mexico, and some like radio DJ just made it up on the spot, and it just spread, and everyone thinks it's this thing that's been going for 100 years, but it's like 20, 30 years.
Yeah, and it was, for some reason, that was the kind of line that came out. So just messing about, it was a Dos Chupacabras, Ashton on the line. I was like, okay. But I remember listening back to it on a recording going, actually, no, this sounds quite catchy. I need to actually put some lyrics to it. So I put the closest phonetical sounding thing that was a little bit less nonsensical than that. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. I think the rest of the song is probably just a bit of... the verses make a bit more sense. The hook is very, very rogue and random, I suppose. But it's probably about just maintaining a bit of hope. Like it's just sort of reflecting on life being quite wild and complicated. And there's a section in it towards the end where it's like, you and I are gonna be all right. And I think that captures what the song is about. It's just like, let's just keep going through this mess,
It's catchy as fuck.
It's catchy as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
weird
one,
one, innit?
I tell you, it's really interesting. Obviously, as a songwriter, how I've interpreted that song, and I just get, not in quite a masculine way, I get like catwalk vibes from it.
Oh, okay.
Shoot the camera.
I picture everyone's got a fucking camera now, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
fucking camera.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a camera now.
See, that's how you've interpreted
I
it.
interpret a thing, fucking stick
And
a camera in my face.
I've interpreted it through sort of like, not that it sounds anything like this song, but My Angel is a Centerfold. It gives me the same sort of vibes. Not sound-wise, just sort of mentally, like, because I mean, lyrics are most important to me of all of everything song-wise. I barely even listen to it if I haven't got lyrics in, but if I can get my teeth into some lyrics, so I have dissected it a little bit, and I'm sort of like, is he trying to talk about like catwalks here or
paparazzi or something like that,
yeah.
I mean, I wonder if there is something subconscious that I've not realised about it potentially, but it's interesting when you say that, because I would never have considered it to be about anything in that sense, but I think hopefully that's well, for me, you know, you make your own. If you can make your own interpretation out of a song, then you've got something maybe universal there. You know, that people can kind of, like you say, get their teeth into, and it's sort of they sort of take their own experiences and observations, and it means something different to them as it would someone else.
Well,
you know,
that's the wonderful thing about music is your own interpretation of it.
Yeah,
and then
I think
That's what
so.
Noel always says that, doesn't he? About it's up to you what a song means to you.
One of the best things I love is when you've been listening to a song for, and I'm not even going to put a limit on this, but let's just say 20 years you've been listening to a song, and all of a sudden you don't even have to hear the guy that's written it telling you, and all of a sudden you just go, shit, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's a really nice warm feeling, that.
Yeah.
It's so strange, but maybe I'm just a weirdo, but I really enjoy that.
It comes with time, doesn't it? It's like when you watching Simpsons stuff as a kid and you're laughing at like the basic stuff, and then there's like an adult, you watch it and you go,
watch it different.
I get that now.
Yeah.
I get that.
So I actually get what they're saying here. Yeah.
I've felt it, I've experienced it, so now it makes more sense.
That's the beauty of art, isn't it? It's beauty creating and also consuming other people's art, whether it's a local band or, you know, a really big band or artist that you love. It's just, you can't describe it, especially finding something new. Well, it might not even be new, but it's new to you, and you just deeply connect with this song. I mean, it's like transcending, you know what I mean? It's the beauty of art, and I think that's got to be the thing that want to make everyone get into music in the first place. You know, it's this whole kind of, you know, we're taking this all in. How about we give it to someone else and get to feel what it's like on the other side of creating and performing, you know?
Do you know what the interesting thing is? Like, and I think we've spoken about it before because we got interviewed by, we even on the way, don't forget the name. But anyway, we got interviewed
the Blockheads?
Yeah. We did this show and like, was it the lead singer of the Blockheads? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you know Ian Jury and the Blockheads?
Yeah.
Yes. So we played this show at Star and Garter in Manchester, and again, you never know what to expect from these gigs. We just thought, right, we'll turn up. We know the promoter. You're good mates with Ruth, the promoter.
Yeah.
We are Manchester, great promotion company. Give it a shout out.
Shout out, Ruth.
And she was like, oh, you know, we'll put you on. I was like, great, yeah, we'll turn up and do it. And it was the singer Mike from the Blockheads, and he sort of came up to us like, I really love the stuff, and you know, I wasn't like a massive fan at the time, but I said to you, I was like, oh, you keen on the Blockheads? And you were like, yeah. I was like, oh, there's a guy who wants to interview us.
Started sweating.
And I remember him going, are you fucking joking? Like, you're joking?
Yeah.
It was a big thing. Like, it's great.
Absolutely,
It's really cool. Really cool.
He was in that Brandon Lee film where he died. Ian Jury was in that film. The Crow. He's in The Crow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Was he in The Crow? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he was in The Crow.
Yeah, the proper geniuses in my opinion,
No,
anyway.
I did not.
I'd have to fact check.
Great film, that.
They've worked with some incredible musicians, but
I kind of ended up being dressed up as the Crow on Friday at this house party I went to.
I thought you went. Did you not go for a vampire?
I went as a vampire, yeah, but the teeth kept falling out, and there was a lot of makeup there. So I was like, "Go on, just make me look like Johnny Depp, Dark Shadows." And it's like, "Oh, you actually look like Bruce Lee's son in The Crow." I was like, "Oh, I'll take that." You know,
was that
go with that.
the goth guy from South Park? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, the goth guy from South Park. Yeah,
So
that's me.
you've got to let me do this, boys, because I really love it when I get to do this internet bit. Ian Jury was in The Crow.
Wow.
He was in The Crow City of Angels '96, and he played Noah. And he is the boss of Sarah at a tattoo parlour, and is also her friend. I knew he was in The Crow.
Mental.
I knew he was in The Crow.
That's pretty mad, that, isn't it?
Well, do you know what?
Well, it is funny as well, seeing as you've just dressed up as him. It's like there's a bit of a common theme going on here.
Things are just falling into place.
It's
aren't
weird.
they?
It's these what does it call it? Carl Jung calls it synchronicity. It's like two unrelated events, but they've happened very close together, and you just kind of think that's bizarre. You know, life is full of them.
Yeah.
You know, and you there's some strange meaning behind them, but we can't quite comprehend it.
But do you know what? Like
Need the mystery.
Because you asked about like inspirations or influences and stuff like that. And that interview got me thinking, because he asked us these questions, and I was thinking, I'm like firing it back at you guys, because I've noticed as well, like there's a difference between influences and inspirations in music. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it's like one of the biggest bands that influenced me, bit of a cliche, but when I was young, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I do not play any music like that whatsoever. So you could argue they don't influence me, but they inspire me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's different.
It got you
So
into it
it's
in the
like-
first place.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's like a couple of songs like Frank says, like I'm inspired by Bob Dylan, but I think it's more the music might not be Bob Dylan-esque, except a couple of them. But it's more like he's the inspiration, but then you influence musically by different things. And I don't know.
That's really interesting. Well, for me, that my inspiration would be Oasis. If I put Oasis on, or I watch them, I just want to be in a band. Same with the Stone Roses.
100%.
I probably would say that my my influences are probably much more Ian Brown, especially with my solo stuff that I'm doing at the minute.
See what I mean?
It's a really interesting point that I've never thought of that before.
100%.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's two sides. There's also like, even from a songwriter perspective, I think you got lyrical inspirations. So like, Robert Dylan is probably that, you know. John Cooper Clarke, like huge on Johnny Clarke as well, you know. But then when it comes to, or even like in recent years, I have to give Fontaine's DC credit. I mean, they came out the blue, and I'm like, bloody hell, there's a lot of lyrical depth in this music.
The lyrics are great. We've tried really hard with them guys, and I struggle with the lack of sing-along chorus. I really need a kind of sing-along chorus. Lyrically, what's their song that's on that Netflix box
massive
set?
song at minute. You watched House of Guinness?
No.
Need to watch it.
Although they were filming that in the Northern Quarter a few months ago, yeah? I remember seeing it, and I was like, what's...
Fontaine's have got their song on that.
Ah, okay. Is it one of the recent ones, Starburst?
Yeah,
or something?
Starburst, yeah.
That's on it.
And that's a song it's a song that I now love just because I've been force-fed it. Not that it's a bad song, but I've had it on every night for this 8-series box set or whatever. Whereas when we first listened to it, I was like, I need a chorus, man, I need a chorus. But it's more of a... I don't know what the correct word is. It's more of a monologue, that song, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does grow on you over time. It definitely
100%.
does.
Well, I was the same with them. You know, I remember when I first found them, Boys in the Better Land. That was a absolute banger for me, that one.
That was the first one, yeah.
And then the rest of it it took a little bit of time. But, I think maybe because... it was the lyrical side of it I was more impressed with, and I think the music grew on me after a bit of time as well.
What's that song, Red Right Hand? Is that on Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, that's Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
It's in a very similar vein.
Yeah, you love him, don't you?
Yeah. You always see the singer knocking about a Nick Cave top, all these quite very, very lyrical and expressive, a little bit strange, you know, a bit extravagant, unorthodox type stuff, you know.
I mean, you've watched me and my stuff for years, haven't you? And I remember you saying to me once, and it really stuck with me, and there's only certain people in your life can actually tell you things like this, but you did once say to me your lyrics are a little bit too deep and like involved for most people and most mainstream things. And I actually took that as a compliment. It didn't upset me at all.
Yeah,
good way.
It's not a bad thing, that, man.
But I think that's like listening to Morrissey and Paul Eaton.
I've got to be in the mood. For Morrissey, for me, I've got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Certain music, you've got to be in the mood for that certain...
I agree. I agree with that.
It goes back to what we were saying before. Sometimes, like, if you've not experienced it, you might not get it. And there's certain times in your life. And it's like Morrissey does that a lot with me, especially like getting into my late 20s and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I get that now.
Get it.
Yeah. I've never experienced that before because I'm just on sauce all the time.
I put my go-to.
I get it. John,
my go-to Morrissey track at the minute is "Come Back to Camden." I couldn't tell you which album it's on, but
I've not heard that one.
Oh, I just like silk to my ears. It's silk to my ears.
I'm obsessed with like Last of the Famous.
Last of the International Playboys. When my little lad, you might have seen him kicking around in the background here sometimes. When he was at nursery, he was force-fed "You're the One for Me, Fatty," and at 5 years old, as I live and breathe, he went into nursery and sang to his overweight nursery school teacher, "You're the one for me, Fatty," and I got called in and asked why my son knew such language.
Because it's a fucking banger, that's why.
It's called poetry, love.
Daddy watches a video of a man in a park feeding his big girlfriend. Just like, that's my boy.
He's touring next year. Is he just announced the...
Who, Mozza?
Yeah, I've seen him. Manchester again.
We missed him, didn't we? He was in Manchester last... Was it? Oh, this year.
I think it was last month, you know.
Yeah, we missed him.
Some mates went to it and that.
Yeah. We're off to Ashcroft this Saturday.
I was going to get tickets for that, but I was brassy.
Do you know what, as well? I do a little bit of part-time work. Me and my bassist...
Are you playing the gig?
We're not. Well, no, we're doing like the loadout. So we'll be part of the crew that like set up the stage or like unpack it. We're doing that one.
Me and you might be falling out before the end of it.
That brings me on to that question: day jobs. Are your day jobs or?
Yeah. Well, I do a few things. So I work as an SEO for a few days a week, which is search engine optimization. It's in a nutshell, it's our job to get businesses' websites as high on Google search results as possible. Like, don't know how I fell into it. Going out and having pints and meeting people. Somehow, one of my friend of a friend, Ryan, and then my boss James. Shout out, great guys. I just ended up doing that with James, and very lucky with it really, because before that I worked at Microdot. I don't know if you've heard of them, which is Brian Cannon's, and he shut the shop down just after the Oasis gigs. Yeah.
Do you know what? Have we seen you in that shop? Because I
wonder if you've been in.
I've been looking at your face thinking, I know that guy.
You've been in, haven't you?
That air.
There we go.
I recognise that air.
And me and him probably rocked in looking like a couple of tossers, and you thought, who are these idiots coming in here now?
Nah, he's just looking at sell to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shut shop, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame, man. It was a great place there. I met a lot of cool people. You know, like met Alan McGee.
Yeah.
Peter Hook. You know, some like actors who have just, you know, your records are like, I've seen you on In-Betweeners or something like that. You know, they're just popping in. The manager met Ricky Gervais there. It's like mental. Like,
so
loads
that's
of cool
why you're
people.
unloading the gear this week. You got to know some people who know people?
To be fair, no, the unloading and the setting up, that's my bassist, well, down in the band. He does that as his job. And he was like, oh, if you need a bit of extra work at the time, I did need the work. He's like, oh, why don't you come along and do a shift? And I'm like, yeah, great. Why not?
Do you get to watch the gig as well?
You don't get to watch it, but you get called out maybe. Well, the one I did recently, it was Katy Perry. We got to see the last 15 minutes from the back, I think. So you could just see through the gap. As like, oh, wow, that's...
Sorry that you had to go through that, Frank.
I know, yeah.
Was there any fireworks going off?
But the Richard Ashcroft one, I remember thinking, like, right, what's on at the AO and Co-op? It's like, oh, it's Richard Ashcroft. That's got to be what we're working at. You know? You don't find out until the night, but I think it's the only big gig that night. So
that's weird that you're not allowed to, like, watch it from anywhere. I mean, you think that'd be a bit of a perk of the job?
Yeah, well, I think they do the load. I've only ever done the unpacking at night, but they'll load in at maybe 10 in the morning or 9 in the morning or something.
So you're not there for like literally. You get there at the end of the gig.
Yeah, so you go like right at the right early doors, get it all set up, and then they'll do their sound checks through the day or whatever. But then you're back. You start at 10 and probably finish by 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Right, so it's a night shift then.
Yeah, I mean, but the Katy Perry one, it took about 4 hours to unpack it all, which is not bad really. I mean, it's insane the amount of stuff that goes into these gigs. You really get a perspective for it, and but yeah, it's good fun as well. It's actually really good people that work there, and it's quite high intensity and time flies. So but yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping I can catch a bit of Bittersweet Symphony.
Yeah,
maybe
one of the Richard Ashcroft. He's probably going to close on it, you know.
Yeah. We've seen him this summer supporting Oasis.
Same. Yeah.
So good.
Unbelievable.
Musically and songsmith wise, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Oasis, but Ashcroft's just his songs are just
one of the best.
They're just incredible
Out of this country.
Struggling a little bit with a new album. I am.
I've not listened to it. What's it like? Yeah, because I've heard.
I'm struggling a bit with it. Struggling a bit with it.
What are you struggling with?
I don't. It's just not. It's not Keys to the World, and it's not. I can't think of the other album that I love. So I love those two albums in particular: Keys to the World and is it Music Is Power? Is that the title track? Those two anyway. Those particular albums, I just absolutely caned them, and I just love them. I just love everything on them. Even that Sweet Brother Malcolm weird song that's on there somewhere. But I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm going to give it another go. I want to like it so much.
That's the thing, is you always want to like
find little bits as it goes.
You always want to find these things that your favourites put out, you know, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, does it? No. You know? I remember seeing Noel talk about Paul McCartney in that way, and it's just like, you know what, like, one of the best, possibly the best to ever do it. But that new album, I just can't get on board with it. Whenever that was, 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, is that the one with...
It just happens sometimes, you know. I'm
trying to think.
It was something really... It was like, it was implying about shagging someone. I can't remember what it was called. It was like...
Why don't we do it in the road? Was it?
No, but I think the difference is he's probably in his late 60s, early 70s. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it's a bit crude for your age, Paul. But you know what?
I think it's a little bit naive, Frank, to think that McCartney's not still having a shag now and again.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
I think he's still having a fettle. Who's his bird now? He's not with McCartney Mills anymore, is he, Heather? Who's he with now?
No idea. The list is endless. Paul McCartney.
Did he have a false leg?
Let's have a little look. Heather Mills had a false leg.
On it.
Yeah, he didn't have a leg to stand on during the divorce. Right, let's have a little look now. Paul McCartney partner. I hate that word, partner. I hate that word. Doesn't it just remind you of a freaking cowboy?
It will do now, yeah.
Hey, partner,
just every time somebody says, "This is my partner," you're like, all right, you brought a cowboy with you, have you? Right, Linda McCartney, who we love. Who's he with then?
Nancy, it says at the top of there.
The relationship. No, I don't know if he's single, you know.
Oh,
it's not coming up.
That's why he's
playing the field still, isn't he?
Who is Paul McCartney?
You got that money, you got that clout. You might as well say single, innit?
He's thinking, you know what? I don't know how long I've got left. Let's start about again.
I'm Macca. I'll do whatever, you know what I mean?
Nancy Shevell. Nancy Shevell. Let's have a little look.
23.
She's a little bit younger
She's
than
23.
No, she's not 23. Let's see if she's on Wiki.
How old?
Nancy Chevelle.
65.
Chevelle?
65.
Oh,
good,
she's 65.
Good
Paul,
lad,
I take
Macca.
it all
good
back.
lad,
Fair
Macca.
play, Paul.
Is he still feeding her and is he still needing her?
It's like Robert De Niro. Not Robert De Niro. Al Pacino's got like a 18-year-old, 19-year-old girlfriend.
has he?
That's not right, is it?
It's a bit weird, that.
It's
Not right.
Come on,
She
Al.
looks 65.
She doesn't look 65. She's a very... Should we get... Let's... Come on, we've got the tackle here
Show
and we're
the
not
people,
using
show
it.
the
You've got the
Atticus.
kit.
There
use
she
it.
is, Nancy Chevelle or Chevelle. Born in 1959. Do you know what, Macca? Fair play to you, mate.
Yeah.
Fair play to you. And she's got all her own limbs as well, so we're well on fire. I'm getting a bit cheeky now. I'm getting a bit cheeky. I'm going to rein it in. But, yeah.
We ain't got no sponsors yet, but if you want to sponsor us...
We haven't got any sponsors. Yeah.
That's out the window, that, isn't it?
If you want to be a bit risky and sponsor us. But I tell you what we have got. Let's just give a shout out to Beepo on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. He sent us a smock of his...
Sent us a lovely
Is that the
smock.
camera over there?
Decided that.
Would you mind just doing a little bit of a sketch on it, George? Just flipping that other camera around. And
I'll have a
just,
look, mate. I'll
and
have a
if you
look.
have a look in that, you've got your microphone on so you can
Yeah,
speak.
it's still here, mate.
We've got the microphones covered now, guys. Hang
sent
on.
this the other day,
Camera
didn't it?
2, auto.
Can you
Just
see it?
spin. No, you need to just spin this camera
this
around
one.
here.
Tell me if you can see it when I spin,
Spin it
round.
round.
Can you
Right,
see that now?
you're bang on now. Yeah, just have a little look. So we've got Beepo. I think it's short for Be Positive.
He sent us this along with the bucket hat.
That coat is mega, that, isn't it?
It is a bit
Jesus.
on the bigger side, isn't it? But
It's a little bit big for us. It's a 3XL, but it is a special garment.
it's really nice quality. It's got all his branding down the side.
Beepo being short for Be Positive. I think his name's Ben.
He's on there. Check his Insta out.
Give the little ticket. If you have a little look on that ticket on the neck, George.
What's he said?
Top guy. It's top
This fella, it's left. It's a right paragraph. One of our heavy rain, cotton large, pull cord, phone pocket. See, pockets everywhere, isn't there? On that, starts at small, goes up to a double XL, and is priced at $395.
Check out the
Check them
Beepo
guys
website,
out.
Instagram.
Yeah,
on,
not
Beepo.
bad at all. That.
Fantastic garment. I just
Check 'em
wish it.
out.
I just wish it fitted me, so I didn't have to send it back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, we bought you some t-shirts as well, by the way.
yeah?
Frank and the
let's
Beats
have a
t-shirt,
look.
yeah.
Get 'em out.
Get the
Where's
t-shirts
Get 'em
out.
out.
Get them out.
Oh, yeah. What's been going well for us is the beer mats. We keep knocking.
Beer mats?
We just keep going into the northern quarter and just chucking them out like that, you know.
Let's have a look.
So we did
on, get 'em out.
festival as well. We played there on the Friday. Didn't know what size. And then we turned up the next day, and the lead singer of like one of the big bands is like got one of our stickers on him.
Let's have a look.
Don't forget, don't forget, we need your microphones to hear you guys.
Right, get your mics
Thought
on,
you'd
guys.
mute them, but yeah, there's
I'll show
some
these to
coasters
camera.
for you, some stickers for
Coasters, Frank and the Beats.
you. Lovely.
Check them out. We'll have them on.
Yeah, that camera back on this side.
Oh,
Will.
I've got the proper circular ones on mine as well.
Yeah, you're on,
Can you
George.
see this, Will? Yeah.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. You are live.
Frank's t-shirts here. Can you get these at the gigs, Frank? John?
You can indeed, and we're only selling them for
The
12
gigs.
quid.
12 quid. Oh, look at
We're
that.
not,
a
we're not,
bargain.
not looking to make money from it, 'cause musicians do not
just
make
give the
money
lads
from
some
this.
support. We'll be wearing them in videos.
Nice.
I'm going to be wearing that next podcast.
There you go. That's got the logo on the back, that one, yeah.
Frank and the Beats.
Black and white
There you go.
available, boys and girls. We'll wear these.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Lovely
I'll
stuff.
do you a deal. I'm going to put you on the spot now. I want the next available support slot with you guys at any venue, and I'll wear your t-shirt. Look, they're not saying yes.
No, because we want to plan some DIY stuff.
Yeah, we don't have any. We haven't got really a headline gig planned, have we? We're
Chilling
still
out
sort of seeing
tell
where we
you-
go with that.
I'll tell you what we've got. Coming up. Hang on, because George has left the camera on the Beepo. Give me a sec.
Just spin it round.
Yeah, spin it round, George. We have got a gig coming up at Taylor Shore 5 Studios in March. I'm going to ping you the date across and have a word with a guy. It's in Oldham. Have you heard of it?
Oldham?
Yeah, Whittles.
Yeah, yeah.
The Taylor Shore 5 Studio, I mean. Have you heard of the studio?
No.
We've got a gig there, and I might ping you the date across and see if you're up for coming and playing with us.
Get on beers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know about that, yeah.
Oh, play.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That'd be brilliant.
Whittles tomorrow, John. I'm watching Tom Meehan from Kasabian.
Oh,
Oh, is he
Tomorrow.
playing?
Great.
Yeah, I'm in there tomorrow watching him.
Oh, it's good there, you know.
I've not been.
It's
Is it a
really
good venue?
Yeah, really good venue. It's like perfect. It's like perfect for festivals. Like my mate Ruth puts on shows like We Are Manchester, and they do Neck of the Woods Festival. And last year it was there. They've got like an outside stage if it's needed. They've got an indoor stage, so I don't know where he'd be playing.
Right.
But yeah, really good venue. Really
Just
good.
shift those couple of bottles,
Sorry,
John,
mate.
because we can't see you.
Oh, well, not missing out, to be fair, are we?
So Whittles, is it a venue? I've not heard of it.
It's a venue in Oldham, isn't it?
Yeah.
My
Sweet.
missus lives in Oldham, so down the road, 10 minutes. I booked David Walliams tickets tomorrow, and Tom Meehan came up, so I've gave you Walliams tickets.
I'm going to watch David Williams apologising for all the un-PC stuff he did 20 years ago.
Well, he's playing in York, and it's
Don't
round
you
corner from
do
your house.
like kids stuff now? Like
Books and stuff, didn't
yeah.
he?
Do you know
So
what?
I was wondering, like, if you're painting or watching, what you're painting or watch? Is this for kids or is this?
That's a sharp left from Little
humour.
Britain, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
He does. It's a bit of a Roald Dahl rip-off, and it's not as good as Roald Dahl.
Of course, it's not. What it is.
But it's good. My little lad loves it. He loves a bit of Williams. In fact, I've got one of them signed.
Decide who you're taking yet?
Eh?
You decide who you're taking?
I think it might be my mum.
It's
Mum,
a quiet one, then, yeah.
Mum, if you're listening, you're watching David Williams with me tomorrow night.
You just don't know it yet.
Hey, don't underestimate my mother. As people that come to my gigs know, she's one of the biggest pissheads there. And she's 80.
So might be whipping out a bag, yeah.
No.
Oh, God.
You're getting me back now. aren't you? No, she's all right. She's all right. She doesn't do drugs in front of me, so I wouldn't know. She is actually a sesh head, though, isn't she?
He took us out.
Legend.
She's mental. She gets on Guinness. Don't know where I get it from.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Last podcast we were talking about a brother who was a bit of a local legend in Huddersfield. He was an absolute animal, fighting man, drinking man.
Fighting man.
Fighting man. He bloody was. And I mean, I'm not a fighter, but I don't know where that gene went, but thankfully it missed me. But what was I going to say? Anyway, on the podcast, one of his tricks, I'm saying the same thing now on a second podcast running, but I'll say right quick, one of his tricks was he put pool balls in his foreskin. And bet everybody in the pub that he could get these pool balls in his foreskin. Anyway, I got to my mum's yesterday, and I just got an handbag round back of me head. Don't you talk about my brother like that in front of 70,000 people.
Giving his secrets away.
That is fucking mad. That, that's pretty wild.
He was an animal, and
I'd be worried if I said, "Oh no, please don't do that. Don't do that."
No, he's a bit of an animal. I used to go there on my way home from school, and he'd put whiskey in my tea. I was only like 12. Yeah.
Did he chop his tail?
God bless him, Ernie. We love you, man.
Ernie, you crazy bastard.
Ernie.
That's brilliant.
But
That's
yeah,
a party trick, you know.
that is a hell of a party trick. I'm laughing that hard. I'm messing up the camera angles now. We've got Nancy Chevelle back on. I think that's been great. So have you got Have you got anything upcoming? What are you doing over Christmas?
So we've got a gig. We're playing a gig at Fuel in Withington in Manchester on the 13th of December. So we're doing that with just a few of our mates, you know, a couple of bands that we've gotten to know over recent times, and we're taking a bit of time off now. We've got to give a shout out to Nate as well, because
Nate, man.
Nate's the reason we found out about Green Attic in the first place. He's been following you for a while.
Brilliant.
And he was saying, you know, when you think you put some on your story a few months ago about, bands get in touch about the podcast. So I remember writing it up. I was very pissed at the time. Sort of asking who I was with, like, is this all right? Like, yeah, I think that's all right. You know, eventually got it sorted. But yeah, Nate's missus is about to give birth. Well, any minute now, I think. So that's why I can't be here.
Shout out to Nate's missus.
Come on, Adele.
Come on, you can
Well
do
in,
it.
Adele.
Get the baby
You got
out.
this.
And it's been lovely having Nate. It's been lovely having Nate in the band, because you ain't seen him anymore now. What does he do? Bass player.
Yeah.
Any bass
drummer.
Drummer.
Secret weapon drummer, though.
He is the heartbeat of the band.
And do you know what? Because we had some
like
people
fucking
like
great
turning
drummer.
up like to audition at first, and I said to Frank, I said, listen, mate, I tell you what, right? When you get the right drummer, you'll know it's the right drummer. And literally his first session, it was same as like when we wrote that song just off the cuff, and like Frank just looked at me and went,
He's in.
yeah, and he's like one of them. It's like you turn up and you've got your mates. Like my mate's like, oh mate, John, your drummer's shit up. And I'm like,
every time.
You've never once said anything about my guitar playing in my entire life. Have you ever said you're a deep? You've not even said you're a good guitarist.
You know what?
Come at one show with these guys, and you're like, oh mate, your drummer's mint. I'm like, oh cheers. Guys.
It generally is that, innit?
Yeah.
People come up and go, your drummer's fucking brilliant. That'll be like the general people. But then we often find like a lot of musicians come up and go, hey, your bass player's quite unique as well, you know, like Dan, gotta give Dan some credit there as well, but like the musicians love Dan, and I think everyone else is like, wow, your drummer's fucking brilliant. You know?
Four-piece,
yeah.
Who's the guy from the that festival again?
Oh, what, the drummer? Oh, yes. Oh, what's his full name? Is the drummer in The Fall. He's the original drummer from The Smiths as well.
And again, he was just at that festival, and like, I think he said to Roof or something, the promoter, he's like, oh, that drummer's really good in it, and it's like, this is why it's like, it's been a weird transition for us, and this is another reason why we're taking some time off. Not just with Nate and stuff, but we want to do a bit more pre-production on some of our songs, because the way we sound live, like we nail shoot the cameras, but like our live show,
is it not coming across in the when you're putting them out how you want it to sound?
No, it is, but without like blowing our own trumpets, it's like we are literally one of those bands where it's like you gotta see us live.
I think
that makes the big difference.
Feel free to blow your own trumpets, lads. You're in the right company, as all of our followers know.
No, we're coming to check you out. We want to come.
Mate, do it. Yeah, we'll sort you some tickets out. It's just like we'll let you know what we got coming up, and definitely like we'll get you some tickets for it. And I think that's we've recently decided, after chatting to a few people, you know, whether it's promoters, people in the industry, branding people, and it's very much, well, you guys come across as like a really good live band, you know, so why don't you got to sell yourself as a real life experience, because there's almost like this rejection. I mean, I feel it, and a lot of people I talk to feel it, and it's just, we're in this like era of TikTok brain rot all the time, you know, we're thinking about making content and stuff, and I'm thinking, you know what, why don't we just make content that makes people go, well, get off your fucking phone and go out and watch some music, because there are some good bands in Manchester, and I like to think we're one of them at the moment where it's a great time.
Problem you've got is they'll rock up and watch you through the bloody phone.
But this is one of the reasons we wanted the podcast to start, to get bands like yourself out there, come on the show and let people know what you're about and get out. I want to go check them boys out. When I was 19, 20, I just wanted to go watch live bands. It was on this week. Get the paper, and I'll go check them out.
It's you know, we love playing our own gigs, but that's something we say to each other a lot. Me and him just knock about gigs in Manchester to see what's going on. And it's so much fun.
You just
it's
never
so
know
much fun,
like
honestly.
I did 4 shows this week, just going out watching stuff, and it's like, that's why we say we want to give back what people give us. Like, we love our favourite musicians. You go out and you're watching shows, and you know, we've got friends that are in bands, and they give you the love, you give them the love, and it's like, we just want to create this community.
I tell you something, John, you've absolutely nailed it there. If you create a community and a movement as a group of bands, and as a group, that's all the boats get lifted with a tide. I spent 7 to 10 years thinking I was the greatest thing on the planet in Red Star, and I didn't want anything to do with any other bands. We were the best, blah-de-blah, all that kind of stuff you do when you're a kid, and I massively regret it now. Massively regret it. Create a movement, create a group of people. You've nailed it. You've absolutely nailed it. It's a great philosophy.
Because everyone's going through it at the same time, aren't they? I mean, it's probably, in terms of being in a band these days, it's more expensive than it's ever been. It's harder to get out there because there's maybe not as much interest in it. You know, like I said about TikTok kind of taking over, it's very short snippet music that's conquered. So, you know, you can help each other and just kind of create this countercultural movement in a sense, you know.
It'll come round again. It's got to come round.
I think so.
And
I think it will.
Proper community. But you know what we were saying in the pub as well before, wasn't it? Like, we've got mates that are sound guys, we've got mates that are photographers, and I was saying, like, it just dead good sometimes. We'll be out in town, like, we'll just go, let's just go for a pint in this place. And John, the sound guy, might be there or something. Like, right, mate. And he's talking about this and he's talking about that. And
that's how you get to know people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's proper community, it's real connections, and it's real life.
And it's weird because you guys are actually, you are the Manchester music scene at this moment in time, at this moment in history. You're part of it. You're part of that, but you almost don't realise it until somebody looks you in the eye and goes, well, you are part of that movement right now.
It's very true.
It's weird, isn't it? It's a funny thought.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's just like that whole conundrum. You don't know what it is when it's happening to you. You know, you can see it from another perspective on someone else. But yeah, you're right. And it's, you know, you feel really lucky about it as well, especially, and I look back at the time where COVID happened, and I was thinking, God, I might have to sack in the live stuff. Like, are we ever going to be able to play live again, you know? So feel really grateful for being part of it, and met some amazing people on the way, and even doing something like this, you know, never done anything like this. I've been on a couple of local radio shows to promote Deaf Institute gig we've had, but, you know, we were saying on the way, and it was like, fucking hell, mate, it's cool we're going on to go to all the fucking podcasts, you know what I mean? It's great.
You know,
like, love it.
Like loads of downsides to that COVID thing, and you read in the news, you know, like this place is running out of money, this promoter's running out of money. But I think at our level, like the grassroots and stuff like that, it's actually, I think it's a very good thing, because all these big names that have the monopoly on this, the monopoly of that, they've had to either close down or strip down. And then you've got like this massive power vacuum where there's like some promoters that we work with, and they're like, finally, we've got an opportunity to do something real, instead of this promoter that's got all the doors. If you don't know them, you've got no chance. But there's that power vacuum that was made from COVID that has really like created a really good scene in Manchester, where bands that would never have got a sniff before COVID, they're now playing these big venues. And I think that's brilliant, because I've stopped working from this year, but for like 10 years I was working for Manchester Storm Ice Hockey Club, doing the sound, doing the DJing, did a bit of work for Manchester United. And it's like, when you're working at that big level, you don't realise that they actually just hoard so much space in venues or ticket sales and stuff like that. And you guys will probably agree, we've probably all seen a band that is never going to be in the charts. They might not even have 1,000 Spotify listeners, and you've watched them and you're like, these are one of the best bands I've ever seen in my life. And so there are the downsides to that COVID thing, where people might have lost out and the big companies have lost out. But again, it's created this vacuum that can be filled with like real talent and real something different. Do you know what I mean?
I think you've got to think outside the box with your tunes as well. I mean, something like Shoot the Camera, you've got to try and get it accoladed to something. I know that's easier said than done, but you know, if you get one of your tunes on a box set, or you get one of your tunes with a bit of a product placement, I really tried and concentrated on that towards the latter years of BC. Didn't massively get any breakthroughs with that. We did Andy's Man Club, with official band, band of Andy's Man Club. We did a track for them. That's cool. Huddersfield Town.
A lot about them, yeah.
About 10 years ago, we did a track for them. We had a couple of massive hits, but you get that accolade to something, you tie your song to it, and it just gives you that boost. And that's the sort of way forward in this day and age, as opposed to just writing, recording, and then chucking a video out and thinking, oh, this is fucking great. You know what I mean?
Good enough.
It's true, yeah. The money you can make from a sync license thing, it can do wonders for your band. You might be able to afford like a mini tour, or even better recordings, or whatever it is, you know, whatever it is you need to invest in at the time.
What is the goal for the band? What's the big picture for the band?
Well, I think we were talking about this recently, haven't we? I think next year what we've done this year is we've tend to have got a bit of a reputation for being a good live band from being a support act. Like, we've only done one headline show. That was the Deaf Institute one. So obviously, you know, done it at a really, really cool venue. But I think we want to do more of the same, but maybe at bigger venues than what we've been doing, you know, just kind of keep the momentum going forward. We definitely want to play some festivals. You know, we've applied for a few festivals, and I'm in my head, you know, the rule of averages, if we apply for 100, I'm hoping 2 or 3 will say, yeah, we'll have you on, you know, because we just want to get in front of more and more people, and kind of realise that through meeting, like people in the Blockheads and the Fall, and like the sound guys and promoters that have been around a long time, is like, you just need to be in front of a bigger crowd. You know, you need to get yourselves out there. And so, the focus is on maybe getting more gigs where there'll be more people there. Just kind of keep the upwards trajectory going, I suppose.
Your target audience.
Exactly that.
We've said this a bit as well. It's these cliche, cheesy sort of things, but like when you're 18, 19 and you're in a band, you go, what's your long-term aims? And you're thinking, mansion, millionaire, never work again in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Make a living.
And again, but our attitudes towards that sort of thing is we're kind of like humble. Like, how many times we've finished this really good gig, or we've headlined Deaf Institute, and might have sold this amount on t-shirts, or we might have got this amount of streams in a month, and we're just like, hey, it'd be all right if this could just kind of like pay 50% of the bills, innit? Go part-time here, part-time there.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, if you're talking like real long term, like, we just see how things go. But if we could make
a living,
anything, do you know what I mean? That's it, a bit of a living doing what you love, because you guys will know, like, so you're doing a podcast and you do this and you do that, and you learn out when you're in the industry. It's like, you know, again, when you're young, you're like, nah, you're the striker, you're the player on the pitch, you're the star player. But then you go, well, no, because there's this avenue, there's that avenue, and we just kind of want to create communities and build slowly, and kind of whatever happens, happens.
I think we are living in that kind of time now. This is why we started the band in the first place, where people kind of look at the world and going, you know what, I don't really like what I'm doing. I mean, it's a similar story with you guys, isn't it? You know, you like sort of went against the grain a bit. It's like, you're not packing this in. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And you started this great thing here. You know, I mean, it's
We've got
how many
times we get told, "It'll never work. It'll never work." But you just got to keep going.
You got to, yeah. If you don't try, you won't.
And they drive us on so much. There's the fuel. They're the fuel to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't sell trainers and jackets and whatever and have people on a podcast.
The thing is, you can. You
Yeah.
can. That's the thing. You've proven it. You know?
The thing is, for people that don't do that sort of thing, they're all like focused on the 9 to 5 and earning this amount of money and that amount of money. And of course, the money's got to pay. You've got to earn the money.
Yeah.
But you guys will know, like doing your podcast and doing this sort of stuff. It's like, I forgot the Ian Brown song, but he's like, I've done stuff that money can't pay for. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even the space of 12 months, just doing stuff with Frank and the Beats, like we've done stuff that a millionaire couldn't pay to do. A billionaire couldn't pay to do. Yeah. It's like, if you're just there at that time, you're lucky, you got all
enjoying it. Enjoying what you do.
Exactly. That's the key thing, innit? And that's something Nate always says. You know, if we're getting to this point, so we start overthinking things. We're like, lads, just fucking enjoy it. Like, we're gonna absolutely have a great gig tonight. It's like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, it's music, football.
That's why we did it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
if you don't enjoy it, don't fucking bother.
Absolutely. Because when you mentioned the football, it's like I support United and stuff, but my locals Hyde United. Yeah. And I just love going to Hyde United.
I played Ashton for a bit.
Did you?
Yeah. A couple of seasons at Ashton.
Rivals. In the same league now.
Very good football player on the sly. This young man. Very good.
What position was it?
Well, left wing, left back. Well, nowadays it'd be up and down, wouldn't it? But when I played it, well, you're a full back or you're a winger, wasn't it? But left wing, back in the day.
And what you doing football-wise now?
Not much nowadays, just focusing on Attic. On Attic. And then still go and watch United every now and again. And then I watch like non-league football, it's more or less.
Same.
I like to watch non-league, I'll go watch Ashton, I'll go watch Halifax is close to me, or Salford. I go watch Salford quite a bit.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, if you make yourself down to Ashton, we need to go Hyde. A lot of us. I keep telling these Hyde.
Good little venue, Hyde.
Yeah, we'll go Hyde.
Yeah, I'm keen to go.
Well up for it.
Pubs are decent.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I think you're more like it's relatable. You can actually have a pint outside, talk to the lads. You go to Old Trafford, you fucking sat like that.
Yeah.
No beers in here, lads.
Yeah. It's the sad thing about modern football and the big teams, isn't it? You know,
just go to Germany and watch football. So good. You can drink in stands in Germany. It's fucking amazing.
And they're bringing it back though, aren't they? Thinking of bringing it back in the Premier League now into the terraces.
Nah, they're not going to bring that back. There's no way.
I don't think English can be with beers in there.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. Rugby crowd's all right for it.
Rugby's more family oriented when I've gone to rugby league.
Yeah, it's football fans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, but if you want to watch football, go abroad. Spain, Germany.
If you go to other countries, you realise that my brother-in-law's in India at the minute, and I understand that there's lots of little airports in India all across the country, and you just sort of hop between places because it's a big place. And his plane was delayed because of the rain. So he rocks up to I don't know, it won't be India Air, but I'll use India Air as an example. He rocked up to India Air with his ticket, and he said, my plane's delayed, can I go tomorrow morning at 8? And she just went, yeah, no problem, just bang,
really?
Give him his ticket back. And I was like, what?
Amount of hurdles you have to jump over to do that here.
500 quid here.
But that's the thing, if you go somewhere like that and something like that happens to you, you're like, why is it so bureaucratic in the UK?
My God, I know.
Why is it so hard?
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Why?
Money.
Another mate of mine lives in Turkey, bought a house in Turkey. You go to the town hall with the guy that's selling it, the mayor rocks up, and you swap there and then you chuck the mayor a couple of quid, and that's you buying a house. It takes about half an hour.
Yeah. I got the money, give me the house.
No, what we'll do is we're going to get a report written out for the 600th time that the other guy got last time he bought the house, and you've got to pay for it as well. We need a flood report, mate, as well, yeah. On your bike. Fucking nightmare. But anyway, that's me having a bit of a moan. Right, boys. Well, we've cracked out an hour and 23 minutes. So
decent. Flew by that.
I think we've covered most bases, and thank you very, very much for being Green Attic's first band, even though there's only half of you here because the other guys are giving birth.
Next time,
bring them all.
Oh yeah, we'll do it again at some point. I mean, Nate would definitely love to come on as well because, like I said, he's the one that introduced me to it, and he's a character, Nate, and Dan as well. Honestly,
them two. You could just press the microphone, tell us some stories, mate.
Yeah, give us a bit, give us a beer and a bit of whiskey as well. It'll be a bit of a riot, you know.
Yeah, we do intend on getting a bottle of whiskey, but we've both driven today, haven't we? So.
Oh, fair play, lads.
No drink driving.
Got something up there.
I'll be doing that.
So yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having us. It's a bit of pleasure, honestly. Really keep up the good work.
We're going to get him to play a little tune now, a little acoustic tune.
I forgot I was going to play that. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
Frank.
Or him,
Frank,
but we're gonna. I'll do that separately and edit
we'll
it
do
in.
that. We'll edit it
So massive shout out to Frank and the Beats. Check them out. Get on their Instagram. Do you bother with websites these days? Was it just Instagram and Facebook?
It's mainly Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram. They are
Spotify.
They're on Spotify
and
Apple.
Yeah.
We'll put
all the streaming services. Yeah.
If you want to find them dead easy, go on the Green Attic playlist, and they are the top song.
Yes, they are.
Oh yes.
I'm not quite sure how much longer you'll be there, but you've been up there a good couple of weeks.
It's been a few weeks now.
Even my missus says it's a good tune. That's
brilliant.
Show, she didn't know who you are. She says, "What's that fucking song?"
You'll have earned about 6 pence from that as well. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw me a pint, you buggers. Right.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Frank and the
guys.
Beats.
Nice
Do
one,
not
cheers.
tell the missus.
Never. Let's go.
Waiting down the line, and I'm missing sisters for the very first time. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. Alright, hey, now, alright. Got through these analogies that I philosophize. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line, and I misinterpret monologues to great minds prophesy. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. Well, I know feeling stressed. Got a 22-ton parasite beating on my head. Oh no. Then you realize your life is but a joke. Should I have a smoke now? Oh yeah. I went hunting for the truth and I found a bag of lies. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. When I read into your best, I didn't know what I would find. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. Alright. Well, I did not be stressed. Got a 22-ton parasite beating on my head. Oh no. Then you realize your life is but a show. Should I have a smoke now? But the beauty behind the madness, somebody makes me cry. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. Even the meanest man in Manchester began to wet his eyes. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line. Shoot the cameras, waiting down the line.